Palworld is flarkin' hilarious to me. The game itself is fine, in my opinion. It's not my thing, but I love seeing indie games blow up like this, and I love seeing Nintendo absolutely panic over the fact that they actually have, like, decent competition for once. And the whole Palworld situation initially was funny to me, because if you actually play Palworld, this game is not the same as Pokemon. Everyone's saying that Palworld is just a Pokemon ripoff, and that the games are all just ripoffs of one another. Like, tell me you haven't actually played Palworld without telling me. These games play entirely differently, and that's okay. That's good. I don't think people want a game that plays exactly like Pokemon but slightly different. I think they wanted a viable alternative to the Pokemon experience, and that's what Palworld offered. It took some ideas from Pokemon and then ran with them in different directions while also addressing criticisms that people have of the original Pokemon experience. It took influence from something else and then made its own identity out of it. But I mean, if you listen to Nintendo and Pokemon fanboys, according to them, Palworld is just a one-to-one rip of Pokemon, as if Pokemon itself was this incredible, one-of-a-kind, unique idea. I'm going to put something on screen that none of you want to address. But I bring all this up because it seems like the Palworld hate brigade is beginning anew, because it was announced the other day that Palworld is getting a trading card game, which makes sense. Flippin' everything has a trading card game these days, and the rollover between the Pokemon community and the Palworld community has a lot of people who would enjoy a trading card game. But just like how the Pokemon and Nintendo faithful thought Pokemon invented collecting monsters in a video game context, they also seem to think that Pokemon invented the idea of trading card games. And this news is causing some rather hilarious meltdowns once again, so come along with me. If you think these people were mad at Palworld existing in the first place, well, just you wait till they put a sheep that's drawn kind of wrong on a little piece of cardboard. That's just a bridge too far. Gabby Tabby says this popped up and reminded me on how dog shit designs in this game were actual one-to-one rips from Pokemon. How does a random Pokemon ripoff on Roblox have better designs than this absolute slop? I hate Palworld. I love that. Did you catch that? The designs in Palworld were dog shit, but also they're one-to-one rips of Pokemon. So is Palworld the only place with dog shit designs, or no? Is it okay when you do it? And like, yeah, were some of the designs and art style decisions in Palworld similar to Pokemon? Yes, of course. That's called taking influence. Were some of the creature designs very, very close to existing Pokemon? Yes, because we all know that Pokemon has never stolen creature designs, had designs very, very, very close to someone else's designs. Pokemon's never done that. I mean, at some point, we just kind of have to accept the fact that if you're going to draw a real-world animal slightly wrong in a bubbly art style, eventually there's going to be kind of a singularity with these designs. They're going to look similar. It's what you do with those designs that people care about. Obviously, don't just copy-paste someone else's work. But I thought we already went through all this when Palworld initially came out. They're not ripping people's work. They're doing something different with a similar style. Pokemon fans aren't used to that, and that's why it upsets them. Riley Eats Good says, I hope Nintendo finds a way to sue them for this too. Because, I mean, we all know how perfectly legitimate the first lawsuit was. I hope they bring it around town for a second run, boys. Pokemon invented trading card games, just like how they invented drawing tigers kind of wrong. Like, what would they even sue for? They already tried to sue Palworld off the market, and they didn't succeed. In fact, they just exposed how shady of a company they are in the process, because the only thing they actually accomplished was attempted trademarks for, like, universal game design things. And now we're just openly encouraging them to go at it again, like, yeah, this time we'll get them. The first time was just so productive and so beneficial for everybody. Makis Yuji Picks says Palworld is an insane industry plant that entirely relies on Pokemon to thrive. Genuinely leechy ass IP. Okay, you can be a leechy ass IP without being an industry plant. I feel like no one actually knows what industry plant means anymore. Palworld is the exact opposite of an industry plant, by the way. The industry that juices up Pokemon at every opportunity and that lets Pokemon get away with fucking anything. They can release the most broken dog shit game you've ever seen and the industry will just gas them up non-stop. But Palworld is an industry plant? Why would the industry plant something like that when the industry is so invested in seeing Pokemon succeed? That makes no sense. You don't know what industry plant means. Also, it's an indie game. How can an indie game in the current gaming economy be an industry plant? The industry that openly hates any kind of unique ideas or seems to just want to step on indie developers at every opportunity. That's the industry that's going to plant Palworld. Like, oh my goodness. And I don't even know how you would say this is a leech-ass IP. It has a similar art style and some similar monster designs. That's it. The gameplay experience is totally unique. But that's what I was saying earlier. A lot of people who shit on Palworld don't even know what Palworld plays like because they just saw the art design and the monster design and stopped thinking there. And it's attitudes like this that just ensure that Pokemon is never actually going to get better because you lose your mind as soon as competition comes along, and you lose your mind at something that looks kind of similar but does something unique. Someone does something unique with the dirt from Pokemon's garden and you lose your mind about it. Of course Pokemon's not going to get any better if this is your attitude towards new ideas. And what's extra funny too is I just went back to the Dexerto post about this. It says players will deploy different pals, use their unique traits, gather resources, and build bases as they battle toward victory. Does that sound like the Pokemon trading card game to you? Building bases and gathering resources? You don't do that shit in the Pokemon card game. I used to actually play the Pokemon card game when I was like 7. And this card game doesn't sound anything like it. But you guys don't care about that because, again, you saw the art design and the creature design and stopped thinking there. Ooh, this one's funny. This one's funny. Moses says, this isn't about fun. It's another cash grab. They're monetizing fandom before the game even proves itself, turning players into walking wallets. Let's go ahead and bring up his profile. And zoom on into his profile picture. Where have I seen that before? This really seems like the kind of person who cares about a company monetizing their fandom and turning players into walking wallets. I can't figure out what other franchise would be doing that. But also, what do you mean Palworld hasn't proven itself? They're monetizing the fandom before the game proves itself. How many flippin' copies did this game sell immediately upon release? Take a look at the Steam charts right now. This is just Steam. After like a year and a half, 2 years on the market, the game has proven itself just fine. Frankly, I think they've earned this expansion. This seemed like the natural direction to take something like this in. CEO says, we're not Pokemon, we swear. Again, the game is going to play completely differently from the Pokemon card game. The same way that the Palworld video game played completely differently from the Pokemon video game. You just can't get past the art style. Oh my goodness, I can't believe Nintendo and Pokemon don't give you anything new with Pokemon. It's so wild right now. Like, oh my goodness. Juice Man Vaughn says, can anyone reliably name any of the pals? All this foolishness from people paying for early access rip-off trash. Look, if you ask a Palworld player to name the pals, I'm sure they could. You can't do that because you don't play Palworld. That's how that works. If you don't listen to MXPX, you're not going to be able to tell me this guy's name. And that's not a dig on you. That's not a dig on MXPX. It's just, why would you have that information if you don't partake in the thing? Like, how is this the mark we're using? That makes no sense. Josh says, yeah, guys, they really aren't ripping off Pokemon in any way, shape, or form with the nerd emoji. Do I have to put this on screen again? Pokemon did not invent trading card games. They don't have a monopoly over trading card games. And this trading card game is going to play completely differently from Pokemon's trading card game. Who cares? Radiant Nia I love this one. This one's great. This ain't gonna work because Palworld fans still talk more about Pokemon than anything from that game. Ah yes, it's the Palworld fans who are obsessed with the other game. It's the Palworld fans doing that. It's not the Pokemon fans shitting their pants anytime Palworld is mentioned. No, the Palworld fans are over here shitting themselves over Pokemon, a game they've had access to since before Palworld existed. I love that. When you don't have an argument, but you're upset about a thing, just blame the people on the other side of the fence. They're just say they're doing it. I don't even know the last time I saw the Palworld community get up in arms about something Pokemon was doing. But the Pokemon community just starts peeing everywhere whenever Palworld's even mentioned. How are we even making this argument that it's the other way around? This is the same community of people that backed Nintendo's bogus lawsuit against Palworld. How are you arguing that you are the more mature fan base? Mutant Menace says Pokemon better sue this mess. Again, why? For what? for existing as a trading card game, if we're okay with that, then I think we have bigger problems in this industry. One more. Jackie Jasp says Nintendo needs to sue these fucks yesterday. This is beyond brazen IP theft. Because, you know, we're just... You know what? I can't even right now. Y'all are just ridiculous. Y'all are too much. I don't know why Pokemon and Nintendo fans are just always so eager to be taken advantage of and just so, like, adamant that no, there cannot be any competition. There cannot be any alternative. We can't even have something that kind of looks like the thing that I like but constantly complain about not evolving enough. No, we can't have that. No. What's that? No. My gosh. So just like, yeah, I don't even know what point I'm trying to make at this point. I hope the trading card game does well. I hope Nintendo tries to sue them and just gets humiliated. That would make my week. That would make my month. That would make my year. That would make my 5 years. That would make my 5-year plan. That would make my decade. That would make my 30-year mortgage. What's something after that? That would make my 50-year mortgage that exists now, right? Or does it just almost exist? I don't actually know if it exists or not. Anyways, it was so nice of Nintendo to invent trading card games. Doofus Club time. Last 13-14, Mio, Setsuna, Biscuit 1101, Chris Voy, West of Rex, 10th Game with Dead People, Nate, I own 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray, Delta 169, Elite Zombie Killer 5072, Baron Von Vaderham, Poppy Pinkus 97, Unicorn Ragu, Goji Fan 2005, The Return of the King was Upside Down, Bill 310 Char, AI is Slop, That Makes Me Microsoft, Kushka, Doug, Niggsy, Dirty Mike and the Boys, contractually obligated to give Curbside Anthem 8 dozen eggs, Max Killer V2 Gaming, I want to squeeze Harmon Smith's Temples. Oh, I bet Harmon is so happy about this one. I should probably go check on him. Grimsy is a hard nug life. Nice dude. One man savage. No payoff. Official Drex. I can't believe I'm losing to a rug. Vector. Vendetta. Archer. Mechanical Resonance. Sick Nick. Matt Fox 94. XJ Induction. Bear Brain. Stick Rider. Broken Crown. Pope Roth from the Rat King. Jake Spider Monkey 1994. Hashtag Biggest Dickish. Schmo from Schmattles to Schmidt. Crevasse Dennis. Musky. Big Fudge. Thrash the Five and Aunt. Klepto Penguin. Jojo 6. Mold Theme. Really Zerd. Oracle. Jimmy Chops. Master Firestorm. Master Killer. Firestorm 2056. Tom Schnorr. Laxon. Unknown 18618. I got some 850s. Now I got Audio Orgasms Daily. Ed Shadow 1789, Bender Fondue, Teaching Rising, or Non for Law, High Partial, Me 8, Box Auto, Copman 4372, WX Snake Guys 327, MK2396, X Mach Gamma, Fire Hazard 105, Tech Gaming, Slim Jim, Lord Baz II, J-Lo Lux, Joe Laps, tossing the moat, Gay Local, Joe with Autism, PC Gamer, Jessica Shepard, Biggest Power, Abby, Xylophone, Doofus Sports Academy, Crew the Steel Angel, I filled the moat with Sporks, Get In, Losers, Cyrus 6771, 2 940, Joe Vast Dennis stole my Steam Deck, you bought me. Dennis, give it back. Creed Warrior 23, Max Chev, Simply the Chat, Totally Insanity, Black Cobra, Face the Walls, You Know Lover. If there's about to start being beef between people's usernames, I'm so here for it. Night of Cypher, Evil 04, I'm Wolf of Midnight, EKW with Steven Studios, Film Kraken, Own Gaming Tree, Bound Thorns, Gate, Magnex 7, Evidence, Mrs. Bono 3, Skyline, Frick, Wine, Mr. Pow Pow, Donnie Weston, Dob Gonson, Rogue, Winter 919, Zach Fanny, Canny, Hangman for Hire. What? Elden the Noble, Frost Crystal, Biogenesis, Manga Key, Scuffies Go, Ghost Ho, Ryusagi, Raptor Tim, Honest F94, Blue Hooked, Wind in the Wank in the Wank in the Wind in the Wank in the Wind, Wankerly, Mr. Techno Squeak, Jody Petey, Smiggy Wiggum, and Jensen, McAdvertisement, Digger Garcia, Kim Pickens, I American Idiot, Harmon Smith, Other Chin, Onos Justin, Randrew, Twin Winks, Then Wool 7, Retro, Wannabe Hobo, Westa, JMMSG, Veg, Groove, Nana, Cern, Nallens Pack, Sol Hathen, VeggieTales, next time, VeggieTales, time for VeggieTales. All of that is there, actually. All of that is in the name that I just read. And all of what I said is right there. If you can't see it, it's because you're actually made out of wood chips and gravy. Okay, toodles.